Yep. Welcome to Dr. Pepper Hour. It's the virtual Dr. Pepper Hour. It's our last one of the year, and I'm so excited to be with you. My name is Blair Browning. I've just finished my 21st year teaching in the communication department, and it's so good to be with you. Many of you may know me from my role as the MC or host of Singin' Pigskin. So, since I knew that's how you would know me, I went ahead and donned the old tux one last time this year because student activities made me. And so I've done that, but I do have Baylor hoops shorts on underneath. So anyway, we're glad to be with you, and it's going to be a fun half hour together. I hope you've got your Dr. Pepper ready, Dr. Pepper Diet, Dr. Pepper Bluebell, whatever ice cream. You're ready for Dr. Pepper floats. It's summer. Grades are turned in, finals are done. It's summer. I'm starting mini-mester tomorrow, but for today, it's summer. So, all right, we're going to have a fun half hour. We're going to have some special guests, and we really want to just say welcome to the class of 2020 in particular. We know it's been an unusual end to your Baylor career, but we're going to have fun today, and it's the beginning of senior week. And so we're just glad to be able to honor you guys. We know you're part of the 175th class of Baylor. I was actually part of the sesquicentennial class, the 150th class in 1995, and I just still have such rich memories of my undergrad days. But like me, all of you guys will be able to build so many more rich memories in your graduate years, and we look forward to seeing you on campus again. For all of our undergrads, we can't wait till you're back when we're in Barfield Drawing Room having Dr. Pepper Hour in person. And man, as far as essential workers go, we know that the people who deliver that deliciousness. We can't wait to see our workers, our staff, our faculty, our students all back together again for Dr. Pepper Hour in person. But today we're going to have fun. And we thought, what better than for me to kind of play a poor man's John Krasinski and do a little good news with some of our seniors. There's actually nothing on these notes, so might be in a little trouble, but we're going to have some fun guests and we're going to have a fun time. Our first guest is actually from Allen, Texas. She's a senior, so part of the 2020 graduating class, and she's a health sciences major. Serena MacArthur, welcome, Serena. How you doing?
I'm doing so great. How are you?
Good. It's so good to have you on here. Now, listen, I've read a lot about you. I've seen your grades, and I can't break FERPA laws by announcing them, but you're really smart. You're really smart. So anyway, you've done an amazing job, and everyone has just talked about how you are just so positive and you just have an infectious personality. We wanted to have you on and just share succinctly, but share a little bit about your senior year and just kind of your Baylor story.
Absolutely. Well, fun fact, didn't want to come to Baylor in the beginning because my brother came to Baylor at the time. We had a year of overlap. So he graduated in 2017 and I came to Baylor in 2016. And I just didn't want to be the girl who, followed her big brother to college kind of thing. But after I kind of got that out of my head, my mom was like, it's a great school. You've only really moved your brother in and out from his apartments. You haven't really been a prospective student. And Baylor had my big three things that I kind of non-negotiables I wanted in a school with the big athletics. I went to Allen High School. So athletics was a huge thing and it was like a necessity for me. I knew I wanted to grow spiritually in my relationship with Christ. And I also knew I needed a rigorous program for what I wanted to pursue academically. So after Baylor crossed off those three things, I went on my tour for Baylor and kind of had that say yes to the dress moment where I was like, this is it. Like, this is the school. It's perfect. You walk around and people are so unreasonably kind to one another just by going from class to class. You see people waving to one another. And it was just kind of what I wanted to be a part of. And after being at Baylor for these past 4 years, I can genuinely say it has been the most incredible experience. And I think that you can get a great education in a lot of places, but for Baylor, it's really the relationships and the way the faculty and staff pour into you and the way that Baylor kind of attracts a type of person who like world changers and people who really want to make an impact. And just being surrounded by so many of those people it's just been a once in a lifetime thing. And senior year, definitely bittersweet, but I've had so many opportunities in the past from the jobs that I have, being a line camp leader and working as a tour guide and really being poured into. Those different things have made senior year be, yes, bitter at the way that it ended, but so sweet to look back on and see the incredible things and the wonderful relationships I've made, and just really going to miss this place more than I ever really thought I could imagine missing a school.
Oh, well, we're going to miss you. And because I have 3 daughters, I actually understand that say yes to the dress example that you gave. So I
It's a
love
quality
that.
show.
I love that, Baylor, that you just felt home. And that's what we hope. I mean, the Baylor family metaphor is a powerful one. And I think a lot of us just, it grabs hold of us. And I can tell that's done it for you. But what's so great is that you have actually brought that to others as your experience with not only Baylor Line Camp, but also, as you said, as a tour guide, just getting to welcome others and help them get a little picture of what they could experience for their 4 years.
Exactly. It was really just, I knew that the way my tour guide really poured into me and made my experience so great. And for line camp was the most incredible experience could have ever wanted, really. Like, being a camper, yeah, but being a leader was even better. Like, it was one of the most transformative summers I've ever had. And I think it really molded my view of Baylor, like the people Baylor hired and the way that the faculty pours into you and molding you as a person and wanting to see you become such a God-fearing person, and in turn kind of leading the next group of students. And it was just, I felt so empowered and surrounded by so many people who we were all working towards the same goals, and words of affirmation is my love language. So there was so much of that and so much solitude that transformed into living in community with one another, and then ministering, just paying it forward to the next group of students and going to Independence.
Serena,
Countless.
on
Go
that
ahead.
note, we actually have that picture from Independence. There's just kind of an iconic photo because it was your first year as a line camp leader, and it was President Livingstone's first year as president. And it's just a beautiful
Yes,
picture. I'm sure you remember
thank
that
you.
picture. Yeah.
I
Well,
do. It was my background for so long.
we actually have something that might make a new background for you, because we have a guest for you here. Let's see if we can bring someone else in just to say hi.
Oh my God.
President Linda Livingstone, welcome.
How are you?
I'm doing so well. How are you doing?
I am doing well. I'm having a great day because I get to spend part of it with you right now. So
sweet. So sweet.
Well, congratulations.
Thank you so much. I really appreciate it.
Well,
how did your finals and everything go?
They're done, and that is what matters. But they went really well. It was not super hard. I think I almost preferred taking finals at home, since you don't really have to be around other people. You can just kind of just focus on taking your test, running your race. So that's probably the best part of having the whole quarantine finals experience.
Well, Serena, I know that you are going to miss Baylor. We're going to miss you. And I'm so glad that President Livingstone got to jump on and just give you a fond farewell, though she'll see you again at graduation when that happens.
Right. You got to come back so I can see you in person.
I wouldn't miss it for the world.
Thank you so much for jumping on with us, Serena. Blessings. Fling your Baylor green and gold afar. We're proud of you.
Forever. Thank you guys so much.
Serena. Bye.
Bye.
President Livingstone, thank you so much for jumping on with us. We're going to have a couple more visitors. We'd love for you to stay if you have time in your schedule.
I'm happy to do that.
Oh, wonderful. Well, the next one's kind of near and dear to my heart, because when she was a 4th grader, she came and visited Baylor, and her dad and I have been best friends since 6th grade. And there were 3 of us in Boulder, Colorado, who really ran together, and 2 of us came to Baylor. He got a basketball scholarship to go somewhere else, but his daughter came. So that's good. So we got her. She's a senior film and digital media major, and she's from Puyallup, Washington. And her name is Emma Bakke. Emma, we've got someone who wants to say hi to you.
Hi.
Hey, Emma.
Emma, Emma had kind of a crazy ending to her senior year because she went to Baylor in New York to study with the film and digital media department. And from there, it got a little even more crazy because when most of the Baylor students returned home, she actually stayed because Washington was actually the primary hotspot at the time. Eventually, she got stuck in New York. So, Emma, will you tell us a little bit
Well,
about your, not
not
stuck, but
stuck.
tell us about your senior
No, I'm
experience?
actually, yeah, I'm really, really thankful for Baylor actually in that whole entire scenario because a lot of people went back to Texas. Me and then one of my other classmates were not from Texas. We were from California and Washington. And one of my classmates, both of her living situations had people that were immunocompromised. So we were really thankful that Baylor let us stay because I didn't feel safe going back home. And then she couldn't go home. So Baylor actually gave us a home in New York, and we might have had just very stressful in other situations to work through if we didn't have New York to live in. So we're really thankful for the New York program and providing us with a home that was safe while we were in New York. And so on that note, we were not stuck. We chose to stay, and Baylor gave us a home in New York, and for a lot of us provided us with actually safer places to live to the contrary. So
I love it.
that's what I have to say
Emma,
about that. But
I know it's been a little difficult as you transition into graduation life coming up. You're done with your Baylor career. And I just wanted to give you an encouraging word from someone who I'm sure you'll be familiar with because he not only created and produced Chicago Fire, but basically the entire Chicago franchise, not to mention films and books. Derek Haas, how are you,
oh
sir?
my gosh.
Hi, Emma.
Hi.
How are you doing?
I'm doing really well, actually. I think through all of this, there's been ups and downs. And as you are aware, our industry is getting hit really hard. So
Yeah.
I've had a difficult time finding jobs, but I've had a lot of time to create, and I think the silence of the world seems really loud right now, but there's also
Yeah.
another side of silence, and it's given me time to create and think about things and write and really force my creative process
Great.
to be different and be innovative. So, and that's the
Yeah.
whole area of our field. So I'm doing pretty good, but I've definitely had my hard times
Well,
mentally.
take comfort in that nobody's been watching more television movies in the last 2 months than they did in the previous 5 years. So there's a need for content. People
Right.
want it. That's not going away. There's going to still be 500 shows, on the air, but it might take a few months until the
Yeah,
hiring starts
exactly.
up
Yeah.
again. There's going to be a very big push for new voices in the industry. So I think you're in a good spot. Congratulations.
Thank you.
And
I think
Washington looks beautiful.
Thank you. Yes, this is my backyard.
Yeah.
I got home 2 weeks ago, and today is my last day of my legal 14-day quarantine. And
Oh,
I have
nice.
not hugged another person in probably like 2.5 months.
Oh,
So
wow.
I know I haven't been, because my two roommates were really blessed. They got to go back to Texas, and so I was living alone through this whole time.
Oh,
And so I get to hug my parents for the first time
yay.
tomorrow, and I'm really excited, but also like, I don't like, that's so weird. Like I talk to them through my basement door. I'm living in the basement
Yeah.
right now, and it's like downstairs in the third level, and there's like a door that I talk to them through, and it's so weird that I even get to like just yell and someone can hear me and then they can come talk to me. So it's been fun, but I am like trying to mentally prepare myself to like touch someone again and know that it's okay and that I
Yeah.
can be vulnerable in that way. So
Well, Emma, I love
looking
that you
forward
got
to
to
it.
I love that you got to get a good word from Derek Haas, someone who I know all of our students really look up to and aspire to really emulate. And
Ew, he's
I'm
the
just
real deal.
proud of you. I know
I
that
love
you're
that.
resilient and that
Hey, Derek.
you're gonna be able to right out of this experience. And this time will definitely create some amazing stories. So proud of you, Derek. Thank you so much for joining us.
Thank you.
Congratulations.
Incredible.
Thanks, Derek.
Keep me posted on your career.
Congratulations, Emma.
Thank you so much, guys.
Thank you, guys.
Go get those hugs.
Excited. Can't wait.
Bye.
Bye. That was wonderful to hear from one of our alums and one of our soon-to-be alums. And it's fun to be able to connect people like that, isn't it, Linda? Just when you're able to match a student with someone who they really just look up to and can just give an encouraging word.
Absolutely. And Derek's been so generous with our students. It's always wonderful. He's always willing to help. So we've got some special alums out there.
Man, absolutely. Well, we've got one other student coming in, and his name is Isaac Bradley. And Isaac has had an incredible senior year, a really emotional one. And we're going to bring him in. Isaac, how are you doing, sir? Graduating?
Yeah, I'm good. Yeah.
Hey,
hi.
Isaac. I've known Isaac since he was a little boy. We go to church together. So I've known Isaac for a long, long time. He's a special young man.
Wow. Well, everything I've heard, Isaac, has just been incredible. And I know that you're someone who your peers look up to. And I've also heard that you already have a job lined up. This is good. We like it when our grads get jobs. So you're headed up to Birdville. Is that right? Birdville ISD?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. I'm heading up to an elementary school up there to teach music.
I love it. Well, if you wouldn't mind, would you just give us a little bit of your senior year? I know it's had ups and downs, and
Sure.
yet we'd love to hear from you.
Sure. Well, I think to start off talking about my senior year, it's only fair to kind of mention my mom was diagnosed with pancreatic cancer last April. And so that was a big thing coming into this school year. I moved home during the fall semester to be closer to them when she started hospice. But I enjoyed that, and I enjoyed getting to be with my family through that time. But I think it's important for me to mention the community that I found at Baylor throughout that whole experience. I had friends meet with me to pray on some nights. It was a special time, and a lot of people reached out to me. I also want to share some hopeful stuff. My mom passed away on January 1st, and that was a big deal for me. And to start the spring semester, I was at an elementary school for my student teaching placement. And that experience completely gave my life another direction, gave me hope, and gave me, I think, the best ending to my senior year that I could have had despite COVID-19 and everything else. So I'm really blessed that I got to have that opportunity.
Isaac, thank you for sharing. And that you're going to be, I mean, what a person that these students can look up to. This is going to be amazing. And we're excited to see all the great things you're going to do in the future. We do have a special guest who wants to give you a good word, because we've heard that you are a diehard Baylor Bear fan like myself and
Right.
like President Livingstone. And so we thought we'd bring in a guy who I think you'll recognize by the name of Coach Scott Drew. So Coach, I think he's going to jump in here, and we're going to have him join us here in just a sec. Isaac, he's the man.
Oh, hi.
Look at that.
Wow.
Coach, you're muted. You're never muted.
Hey, Isaac, thank you very much for your inspiration, your toughness, your grit. I know our basketball team this year really displayed a lot of those characteristics, and we're really glad and thankful to see you graduating and finishing strong, and thank you for your inspiration again.
You're welcome. Thanks. I have looked up to you my whole life. I grew up in Waco, and I loved basketball as a kid, and this is pretty surreal for me. So nice to meet you.
Well, that is awesome. The good thing is Birdville isn't too far away either, so you can make it to a lot of games.
Right.
And then when we go to that place TCU, we need to make sure you're in the stands cheering us on as well.
They're wearing green and gold for sure.
Isaac,
that is awesome.
They've got a Pat Riley wannabe coach named Jamie Dixon, and Coach can't take shots. I can. And so we need you there in your green and gold when we're at TCU next year. All right.
Sounds good.
We can count on it. Okay.
Yeah.
Hey, don't be a stranger, Isaac. We want to see you a lot next year, okay? Really proud of you, though.
Thanks. I appreciate it.
Isaac, just as a close, I just want to compliment you again. I heard that your music faculty even came to your house for your finals, your final, and maybe could you just tell us real quickly what happened there that you were actually able to do that?
Sure. Yeah, I got to do my senior recital for voice at my house instead of at Baylor. I ended up doing it at Baylor as well, but my mom had just started hospice and I wanted to make sure I could sing my recital in front of her. So I had some close family friends and a couple professors gather with us at our house, and luckily we have a piano and stuff like that. So I got to give my recital in front of her, and she got to watch me, and it's a memory I'll always hold close in my heart.
What a memory. What a special young man. You're going to do great things. Thank you for joining us, Isaac. We're proud of you, bud.
Thank you. Y'all have a good day.
Proud of you, Isaac.
Thanks.
Thanks, Scott, for joining us.
Hey, how are you doing today?
I'm good.
I see you're not beating Brad in knockout today, huh?
Not today. I had to do real work today for a change.
You gave Brad the day off.
Yeah, I did.
I mean, Coach, what an amazing year we had. I know that President Livingstone and I, we were planning on going to Atlanta, and I know you were, because we had Final Four plans, and I know that was disappointing. But we're on the road to Indy. I already looked it up. That's where the Final Four is in 2021. Tell us about the ending to this year. It was such an amazing year that I know for all of us being Baylor fans just forever, and being your fan forever. I mean, tell us. I know it was hard.
Well, we were really blessed. Thinking back to the year, and you had the 23-game win streak, and then you had 5 weeks ranked number 1, which was the longest since Kentucky in 2015. And then College game day with close to 1,000 students camping out, and just the environment. It was electric. And
it was electric.
Again, we don't achieve any of that without the students. So they're a big part of all our success. This is a team game, and we can't thank them enough. And, Atlanta, I know all the fans were so upset. They pictured Brad on the Jumbotron doing his dance moves as Baylor went on a run to the national championship. And since we didn't play the Final Four, we'll just give ourselves the award, the honor, like everybody else who would have probably been in the NCAA tournament.
National champs. I like it. I'm okay with that title. Hey, we had shooters and defense. We were going to do it. So, Coach, you have been such an amazing ambassador for Baylor, and I think we're going into year 18 with you at the helm. Is that right? Next year. And I'm just hoping for at least 18 more. All right. Commit to me. 18 more right now. Do it.
Appreciate that. I do know one thing, and that is we're going to miss graduation not being in the Farrell Center. But we do have so many great events in the Farrell Center besides basketball as well, as I just joined the board of Vertical with you, Blair. So anyway, really excited to get back to the following year when all the seniors are graduating in the Farrell Center, and when you're back watching basketball games. But for the other, for the class of 2020, you guys are special. This is some great accomplishment, and to be able to finish the way you have is amazing.
Right. Coach, thank you so much for joining us. I know that made Isaac's day, and it's always good to see you. So thanks, my friend.
Well, thank you. You guys have a blessed day.
We have one more set of guests, President Livingstone. We're actually going to hear from 2 of our bear trainers. They're at the bear habitat. And so we've got Corbin Sorrells and Bailey Havis. Hey, guys, I think you're out there. We see you sideways.
But I got to turn sideways to see him.
There we go. Welcome, guys. How are you doing? Excellent. I know that you guys are overseeing the bear program, our amazing mascots, Joy and Lady. And here's what I heard. It almost seems too unbelievable to be true, but I heard that people had the opportunity to reach out to the bear program in case they wanted a good word from our mascots. Could you tell me a little bit about that? Because the number I heard was astounding.
Yes, sir. Yeah, over the past few months, we've been working on some projects for people, but we've had over 5,000 requests come in for videos and FaceTimes and postcards that we've been sending to people just to kind of spread some joy and just remind them that Baylor's not just here on campus, but it's wherever they are as well. So we're trying to spread some cheer.
It's been really cool to see people from all over, reaching out. It's been a really awesome experience for sure.
Almost 5,000 requests. You guys have been busy.
Yes, sir. Absolutely.
They did an awesome job keeping everyone entertained over the last semester. So they're amazing.
I love it.
Thank you.
Now, I know that you guys are rising seniors, so you're going to actually be with our Bears for the next year. What does that daily workload look like? I know you're essentially full-time students and full-time employees with that job.
Yes, sir. Just about. Yeah. So me and Bailey will be here for the next year. We got 12 more months getting to work with Joy and Lady closely. And so we're the two kind of lead caretakers here. So we'll be here year round, summer, even on holidays. So maybe one of us will get to go home for the 4th of July, and then somebody else will get to go home for Labor Day or something. And then we'll switch for Thanksgiving or Christmas too. But we both feed once a day, every day. And so usually we'll feed one night and then feed the following morning, and then we're kind of off until the next night. But yeah, we're here year round, rain or shine.
Yeah.
So
that includes weekly cleanings and other, just random opportunities that we have to train, or if people want presentations, we do a lot of kind of daily things like that as well.
Well, thank you for your service, because I know that is the must-stop destination for everyone who visits campus, and it's so meaningful to have our mascots so well cared for. So thank you guys.
No problem. Absolutely. Yeah, it's an integral part of the Baylor experience for sure. I think so.
Absolutely. Now, I think I've heard that there's also a video that you guys have helped prepare. So maybe we'll just go ahead and turn it over to that, because I think there's another special announcement there.
Yeah, that'd be great. That'd be great. Thanks. Judge Joy and Judge Lady wanted to show you what they've been working hard for everybody over the weekend. And so if you just take a look in the yard, we'll see if we can get a good shot of it.
So Judge Joy and Judge Slady are so proud of the Baylor class of 2020 that they wanted to show you a little special gift. They wrote every single one of your names on this banner. That's 2,951 names, because they wanted you to feel special during this great accomplishment. Judge Joy and Judge Lady actually want to give you a little gift as well. So if you go onto our social media, there's a link in our bio in which you can fill out, and they will send you your piece of the banner with your name on it, as well as a small little note and just a happy reminder that you did something so great here at Baylor, and we're so thankful for that.
We've received a lot of messages from people asking what the Bears have been up to, but we're happy to report that they've been enjoying the cool weather that we've had lately, especially as things have actually started to get a little bit warm. You can see that they're shedding. So they have that cinnamon fur that they have about 9 months out of the year, but this summer they'll turn kind of a sleek black color. They've been staying very active, very healthy. They've been working on their smiles and sickums, and they've been getting apricots and prunes and a lot of their favorite things. So they've been having a good time out here. We know that things may have been complicated for you all the past few weeks, but we just want you to know that Judge Joy and Judge Lady have been thinking about each and every one of you. They're proud of you, and they hope to see you soon. So sick 'em from the Baylor Bear Habitat.
Welcome back. President Livingstone, thank you so much for joining us. My oldest daughter is taking an AP exam right now, so she's not happy, but
well, we miss her.
She wishes she could be with us, but we are so appreciative of you joining the final senior week virtual Dr. Pepper Hour. I know that my family wants to just say a quick goodbye to the seniors who we love so much.
We miss all you guys, and we can't wait to have Dr. Pepper Hour with you in person.
That's right. We're looking forward to them being back, right?
Yeah, we're also looking forward to Baylor football, Baylor basketball, Baylor baseball.
All the Baylor sports. And so there's only one thing left to say. Hey, sick 'em Bears! summer, everyone. We love you, Baylor. Thank you, President Livingstone.
Oh, it was a pleasure. Glad to be here.